He is often referred to as Zambia's most beloved president, and the public perception from the outside also seems to support this assertion. That is why the 19th of August 2008 is considered one of Zambia's darkest days, as it lost its first sitting president. Welcome to this episode of the Njinjila Investigative Channel. If you like and enjoy our content, please like and share our videos. Also subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow our Facebook and Instagram pages. In this episode, we look back at the tragic last days of the late President Levy Patrick Mwanawasa. President Mwanawasa was Zambia's third Republican president, having assumed office on 2nd January 2002 and died in office during his second presidential term in 2008. He had also previously served as a vice president of the country from 1991 to 1994 under his predecessor, Fredrick Chiluba. During his presidency, he was renowned for his non-tolerance to corruption. He once appointed an opposition party president as his vice president and frequently disbanded ministers who faced corruption allegations. In 1994, he caused an uproar when he resigned as a vice president on principle, citing widespread corruption in that government. Aside from his fights against corruption, he was also famed for his work ethic. He is recorded to have once joked that being president was easier and less tedious than practicing as a lawyer. This comment was aimed to brush off comments and pressures on him to focus more on his health rather than stressing as President of Zambia. President Mwanawasa's health complications are documented to have started in 1991, when on 8th December of that year, he was involved in a terrible and tragic road traffic accident which claimed the life of his aide. President Mwanawasa would suffer life-threatening injuries and had to be flown to Johannesburg, South Africa for specialist treatment. He would recover after spending 3 months in hospital, but was left with visible scars and a notable slurred speech. Towards the end of his first term of office, President Mwanawasa would suffer the first of his 2 strokes in April 2006. The stroke was mild, and he quickly recovered in time to stand and win the 2006 general elections September of the same year. Early in 2004, he had suffered personal grief when his mother succumbed to burnt injuries sustained from petroleum burns aboard the minibus when it was refueling in Ndolo. She sustained 36% of burns across her body and would soon die of the injury. Despite suffering from health complications and personal loss, President Mwanawasa gallantly forged on to face another stressful 5-year presidential term. On the 29th of June 2008, President Mwanawasa left Zambia for Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt, to attend the African Union Head of State and Government Ordinary Summit. Later that day, he was reported to have suffered a major stroke that put him in a dire condition and was hospitalized. There were rumors that circulated that his stroke onslaught was instigated by a confrontation with the Zimbabwean president, Robert Mugabe. President Mwanawasa, as chairperson of SADC, was often critical of his Zimbabwean counterpart's political maneuvers in his homeland. However, we are unable to confirm the authenticity of these rumors. On 1st July 2008, he would be flown out of Egypt by international SOS by an air ambulance to Percy Military Hospital in France. Before departing from Egypt, the doctors there had stopped a brain hemorrhage and had put him in a semi-comatose state. President Mwanawasa had suffered a hemorrhagic stroke, which is caused by a blood vessel leak or rupture in the brain. Risk factors of stroke include being stout, physical inactivity, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and being aged 55 and above, among other factors. President Mwanawasa was 59 at the time he suffered this stroke. As President Mwanawasa was incapacitated, Vice President Rupiah Banda would assume the role of acting president. On the 3rd of July 2008, news outlets started reporting that President Mwanawasa had died. South African then President Thabo Mbeki even called for a moment of silence in South Africa in honor of President Mwanawasa. These rumors would quickly be dispelled, and the South African government would retract Thabo Mbeki's statement and wish President Mwanawasa a quick recovery. The rumor was traced to have originated from a Johannesburg radio station, 702 Talk Radio, which cited a Malome Zaza, a supposed head of protocol at Zambia High Commissioner based in Pretoria, as the source. The Zambian embassy dispelled the rumors and denied ever having a person named Malome Zaza employed in their rank. Acting President Rupiah Banda and the then Minister of Health, Brian Chituo, would provide the country with 5 updates regarding President Mwanawasa's health. The first report was on 8th July 2008, when Rupiah Banda stated that Mwanawasa was in a stable situation but required to undergo surgery to improve his breathing. On the following day, Acting President Banda announced that the surgery was a success and had improved Mwanawasa's breathing. On the 11th of July, Banda would further give an indication that the president's condition was stable and the doctors were satisfied with it. By the time Rupiah Banda would make his 4th update on the 24th of July that Mwanawasa was making a steady recovery, there was a lot of skepticism regarding these optimistic updates. Brian Chituo, speaking before the National Assembly on the 8th of August 2008, indicated that Mwanawasa's recovery and healing would be a long process because of its serious nature. On the 18th of August, Rupiah Banda made the last update announcing that Mwanawasa's condition had taken a turn for the worst and required urgent medical intervention. In the early hours of August 19th, 2008, an anonymous member of the Mwanawasa family broke the news that the president had died at Percy Military Hospital in Perry. This news would later be confirmed in a public briefing through a television broadcast on ZNBC at 10:30 a.m. local time by Rupiah Banda. Mwanawasa's body would be flown back into the country on the 23rd of August 2008, a whole 55 days after he had left for that convention in Egypt. His body would be taken through the then 9 provincial headquarters of the country to afford people to pay their last respects to the arrested hero. He was the first president, including both sitting and former, to die. He would finally be buried on the 3rd of September 2008 on what would have been his 60th birthday at Embassy Park. The park has since become a burial site for all of Zambia's deceased sitting and former president. The park is now the resting place of Fredrick Chiluba, Michael Sata, Kenneth Kaunda, and Rupiah Banda, who have since passed after President Mwanawasa. Michael Sata is the only other president to have died in office in 2014. Mwanawasa would give a posthumous farewell to everyone in Zambia when a pre-recorded statement bidding farewell and paying homage was broadcast on national television on September 4, 2008. The video had been recorded on 23rd March 2005. Leave us a comment on the last moments of President Mwanawasa. Thank you for watching.